Oh, hi! My name is Octopus, and I am an Egbert. Oh, wait! No, my name is Egbert, and I am an octopus. I'm sorry about that. I don't get too many visitors down here on the seafloor. In fact, I have just one friend. And get this, she's a human. She's got these funny tentacles, which she lets me sit on. She calls them fingers, but I know a tentacle when I see one. Whenever she comes to visit, I like to give her a little boop to say hello. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Hi. I try to get her to come into my shell house, but she doesn't ever follow me inside. I think she might be too big. Or maybe she's too busy for a tour. But I don't mind, because she always brings me food. It is delicious. Sometimes she forgets to take the food out of the jar. It's no big deal. I just give the lid a little twist. And then it's lunchtime! I gotta be careful with the treats she brings, though, because of the fish. Hey, back off! This isn't your food. My friend gave it to me. Whew, it's a jungle out there. A very wet jungle. My friend likes to bring me gifts, too. Ooh, I love that shell. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Can you turn that a little? I want to see this side of my face. Another shell. No, thank you. I have several already. But I like this, whatever this is. My friend is super generous. Oh, and she's also very helpful. One time, there was a really heavy log on my stuff. Can you believe that? I couldn't move it myself. It was just way too big for a little octopus. So I got my friend's attention. And she helped me out right away. Yes! Oh, my precious shells, how I've missed you. Trust me, if you haven't met a human yet, definitely give it a try. They get the Egbert seal of approval.
Oh, I love snow! Snowy snow, forever snow. Until it's the hot times, when the only thing to do is lay around and be hot.
Of course, no pile.
And then it's the cold times again. But then it's gone. Love is fleeting. Just one more day, please don't leave me, Snow. My mom says she can't stand to see me like this. So this summer, she's gonna try something different. Is that a cool breeze in the air? This is so much better, isn't it, Mom? Mom? Okay, honestly, it's cold like the cold times, but there's still no snow. I need the snow. Got any better ideas? I like where this is headed. Oh, yeah, bring that ice home to me. Ice pool! Is it ready yet? How about now? Oh, sweet ice pool. But where'd it go? This isn't an ice pool anymore. It's a sort of warm pool. Don't feel sorry for me. I'll be okay. Wait, what's that?
Come on, bud. What do we got?
A present for me?
What is it?
Oh, I don't know. A giant fan? A freezer I can sit in? Oh, I can barely stand it.
What do we got, Storm?
A letter? Forget the letter. What is that?
We got a snow machine, buddy.
A snow machine? A machine for snow?
A snow machine.
I know this is absolutely ridiculous, but it'll be worth it if he loves it.
I'm panting over here.
I'll open it.
I don't have hands to open this.
Here goes nothing. I really hope it works.
Snow! Snowy snow, snow! I missed you. Never leave me again. Snow in the hot times? Yes, please. So until I get this again, I've got everything I need right here. Gotta go.
Bobby the dog is a bad boy. Bobby, that's not your towel. Give it back. You're not even wet. No, don't take my sock instead. Well, at least I've still got one sock. Bobby, not my other sock. Bobby, stop pulling our pants strings. We need those strings for our pants. It's like you're trying to change our whole outfit. Bad boy. Why don't you go take a drink and calm down? Bobby, you're supposed to drink the water, not get in it. I'm gonna say it again. Bad boy. Can't you be good for even 5 whole seconds? Here, how about some nice, fun toys? No way to be bad with those, right? Aw, come on, Bobby, don't pout. What is up with you today? You used to be such a happy little pup. Adorable and sweet and innocent. What a good boy. Ah! Baby Bobby, stop! Don't rip that pillow! And don't pull that scarf. It'll get stretched and weird. Bad baby! Now that I think about it, maybe you were never good? You've always been like this. Are you just destined for a lifetime of badness? Bobby, stop trying to take your dad's cookie and pay attention to my scolding. All right, that's enough.
No cookie for you, Bobby.
There's too much stuff to tempt you in here. We need to at least get you out of the house, where there's less stuff to be bad with. There, that's right. Get all of that bad energy out. Good boy. Wow, is that a giant palm tree leaf? Wait, where'd that come from? Whoa, you definitely can't bring that big stick inside. It won't even fit through the door. I guess there are just too many things out here tempting you into badness. I think you need a change of scenery. Maybe a nice walk along this peaceful sandy beach will finally calm you down. Wait, Bobby, don't roll around in the sand. You'll get dirty. Great, now we have to give you a bath. Bad boy. Hang on, you're giving yourself a bath? Most of the dogs I know, which are many, hate taking baths. But you look really happy. Oh, you're not bathing, you're swimming. Wow, you're a natural swimmer, Bobby. And so well behaved at last. Wait, swimming, well behaved? Of course, it all makes sense now. All this time you weren't being bad. You were just trying to tell us you wanted to go to the beach. Taking the towels, trying to get us to change into our swimsuits, the giant palm tree, that big stick which may or may not have been driftwood, the window licking. Maybe not everything was a hint. You were letting us know that you're a bona fide boxer beach boy. Good dude. You're not a bad dog. You were just bored. But you're not bored when you're swimming. And now we're all having a blast. Water slide. Woo! Good boy. boy! No, don't cut the line! Bad boy! Yeah, jump into the pool with your dad. Good boy. No, don't dunk your dad. Bad boy. Yeah, swim nicely with your mom. Good boy. Woof. All this choppy behavior is making me a little seasick. But not you, Bobby. You could never get sick of the sea or the pool. You even like your toys better in the water. I guess you're just like the sea, Bobby. Sometimes it's smooth sailing, and sometimes it's a little choppy. But you're still our little cuddlefish, and we love you, Bobby. You bad buoy. You bad boy.
Lou, you seem like a dog who loves adventure. Running through the desert, leaping over streams, hanging from ropes off crazy high cliffs. Wait, what? Now that's something you don't see every day. Lou, you got some guts, pup. Good girl. 'Cause that is really high up. And that's even higher. No. That's just, nope, too high. Way too high. At least it looks like you know what you're doing. Your parents are kind of experts at exploring and climbing canyons after all.
Good job, Lou.
It's what they love to do. And when you joined their family, they knew you would too. Oh geez, that's high. Lou, how are you not totally freaking out right now? You're just like, come on up, the view's great. It seems like you aren't afraid of any... Wait. You're afraid of... water? Let's get this straight. Dangling from a rope hundreds of feet off the ground? Totally fine. But jumping into a puddle of water? That's too much? Lou, you are just full of surprises. It shouldn't be a problem though, right? You don't have to like water in order to climb canyons with your family. Unless when you get to the bottom of a canyon, it's filled with water. Uh-oh. But don't worry. Your family will help you.
Just keep swimming.
Are you swimming, Lulu?
It's not like you were born knowing how to climb canyons and hang from ropes. You had to learn. It took time. But your confidence grew and grew. So, let the water lessons begin. Lesson 1. Stare at the water and let it know who's boss. Be like, I'm Lou, and I'm not afraid of you. Good job, Lou. Lesson 2. Walking through water. See, you got this. Lesson 3. Learn to doggy paddle.
Good girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl.
All right, Lou. Time for the final test. Being lowered into a canyon that's filled with water and swimming out. You did it, Lou! And guess what? You get to do it again. Or not. You are happy to see dry land, aren't you? Roll around in that dry, dry dirt like there is no tomorrow. Maybe one day you'll love water just as much as... Oh, that was quick.
Such good swimming.
This is Mila, a cat who loves being part of the pack.
Mila.
She lives with all of these dogs and people. Oh, and also this dog and this one. Sometimes this little cat can feel small and lost, but not when she's with her best friend, Mimi. They help each other remember to be brave. Because before she met Mimi, Mila didn't feel very fearless. She was all alone when Desi and Chantal found her in the bushes. They heard a meow and realized a little kitten was stuck in there.
Oh nein.
The water was really deep, but Chantal held Mila close and walked slowly back to safety. Mila was scared and couldn't stop meowing. They needed to take her home right away, but there was one problem. Their big dogs at home might not be careful with a tiny kitten. So they made one room a no-dog zone. Every day they fed her and tried to make her feel safe. But she still cried all the time. What was wrong? And then one day, the dogs snuck into her room. Desi and Chantal were worried she'd be scared of the giant dog. But she wasn't. Instead, she seemed happy to have a friend.
Good girl, Amy.
And she stopped crying. The next day, Desi and Chantal saw this.
This is incredible.
The dogs were gentle with her. But they didn't need to be. She was ready to play rough. Mila loved her big new family, but she still didn't know where she fit in. She didn't have a best friend yet. But it wouldn't be long. Desi and Chantal were at a restaurant when they met Mimi. Her foot was hurt and she needed a home. So they brought her back with them. They didn't know if she'd like living with so many dogs and a tiny cat. And they wondered if Mila would get nervous around a new dog in the house. What they never guessed is that Mila thought Mimi would make a great mom. She kept trying to nurse. Luckily, Mimi didn't mind. She loved having someone trust her with their whole heart. Her legs became Mila's favorite place to sleep. And her head became Mila's favorite place to attack.
Oh my gosh, Mila, you're gonna get in trouble.
Now, when new rescued animals join the family, Mila's the one sneaking in, checking to make sure they're safe, and being their new mom. Mila finally knows exactly where she belongs. Because sometimes you don't go looking for family. Family finds you.
Oh, good. You're here. I gotta tell you something. And it might freak you out. The world is leaking. I've seen the evidence with my own eyes and with my own face. Everywhere I go, water's spraying out all over the place. Like here. Oh, and here. Oh, and over here. And there's only one dog who can keep it in the ground. Nala. And Nala is me. I'll stop these leaks and keep the world from flooding. Even if it means drinking every last leaky drop myself. How much water can it be? Like 300 bowls or something? Yeah, that sounds right. Let me tell you how this whole mess started. Mom and Dad and me were taking a walk. Everything was peachy. When all of a sudden, sploosh, goosh, water was exploding out of the ground. It was out of control. I tried plugging the holes with my paws, but every time I pounced on one geyser, another appeared. When we got home that night, I thought that was pretty weird. But I didn't really get worried. Until the leaks began appearing all over the place. It was never ending. In my own yard? I don't think so. Where is all this water coming from, I wondered. Who could be responsible for this dastardly crime? So I began to do some investigating. You know, real detective work. And that's when I noticed that the leaks were connected to hoses, which were connected to houses, including, brace yourself, my own house. But that would mean someone was making these leaks on purpose, and that someone was my dad? I gotta tell you, I did not see that twist coming. But it was all so obvious now. Whenever I tried to warn Dad about the leaks, he was like, Nala, that water's just for making the grass grow. Or, Nala, it's so cute when you play with the sprinklers. Sprinklers? Huh, that's a cute word for something so devious. And you know what? I think my mom might be in on it too. Because now that I'm onto them, they don't even try to hide it from me. They just blast me with the hose. Or they put their sprinklers right out in the open. They even tried to convince me that this was a toy.
Get it, Nana.
Well, just wait. Eventually, I'll figure out how these doohickeys work and put an end to all this leaky nonsense. But just in case, I better get a message to the president. And I know just the person for the job, my friend, the mail carrier. I'm pretty sure she knows the president.
Good morning. How's my best friend?
Listen, my reliable letter-carrying friend. You work for the government, right? Can you inform the president that the world is leaking? And tell him to send plumbers. Lots of plumbers. That should do it. But until help arrives, I must remain vigilant. It is my duty, my joy, my purpose. Because if I don't, well, things could get pretty wet around here. Leak! 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 Don't worry, Nala is here.
Remy the dog is in her happy place. Her brand new forever home. And it's no surprise she's so happy, because getting here was quite a journey. It all started on a beach in Puerto Rico, where a group of rescuers found a small box. The box was empty, but they knew it was a clue. Someone was nearby. After a bit of searching, they found puppies. One of whom was a little dog named Remy. You might be wondering, how'd the rescuers know where to find these puppies? They find stray dogs on this beach all the time. Dogs who need homes and families and a meal. So the first thing they did was feed the hungry pups. And boy, were they hungry. The food made the puppies feel calm and allowed them to trust the rescuers, which meant it would be much easier to get the pups to safety. One by one, these little guys and gals were whisked away, including Remy. Finally, the puppies were safe. But this rescue mission wasn't complete yet. Next, a pit stop. All of the puppies were gathered together. Remy said goodbye to her rescuer friends one last time and got ready for her first ever plane ride. That plane took her from Puerto Rico all the way to New York, where there was a big surprise waiting right around the corner. A new forever family, just for Remy. They were so excited to meet her. At first, Remy was a little nervous and quiet. She didn't make a peep. Where were they taking her? Would she like it when she got there? Her new pet parents did their best to let Remy know everything would be okay. And when Remy arrived at her new home, she thought, I could get used to this. She settled right in. Look at this cozy pup. She made herself at home pretty much everywhere. Her new parents were so happy. They knew Remy'd had a really hard life up until now and wanted nothing more than to give her a loving home. A home surrounded by snow. As a puppy from the tropical island of Puerto Rico, Remy had probably never seen snow before, and she loved it. This puppy was made for powder. She loved it so much. She always tuckered herself right out playing.
She's just quiet as a mouse.
And each night, Remy caught snowflakes in her dreams. After a while, Remy wasn't so quiet. She found her bark. She traveled so far to get here, but her long journey has the happiest ending. Remy is right where she belongs. Home. Arrgh! Ahoy, matey! This is Salty, the sailing cat, master of the 7 seas, explorer of the unknown, and the cutest cat to circumnavigate the globe. Now, you may be wondering, wait, don't cats hate water? Well, Salty isn't like most cats. He's a boat cat with a diabolical plan to conquer the high seas and take over the world. Oh, you're a cat that doesn't have a plan for world domination? Oh, okay, got it. Well, even with no plan to take over the world, on this ship, Salty is captain. He secures and ties any ropes, gets the sails up in the air, and makes sure the boat is fully stocked with food. And if he doesn't, we'll have him walk the plank! Sorry, Salty. I got carried away there. You're in charge, and you don't have to walk the plank. Now, where was I? The ocean is truly Salty's playground. He loves waking up to that ocean breeze while searching along the shore for buried treasure and keeping his ship in tip-top shape. But his favorite thing about traveling so much is getting to hang out with all of his friends. Hey there, Mr. Seal! Hello, seabirds! Ahoy, Miss Dolphin! Yeah, squeak, squeak to you too. Yeah. For a while, Salty was having the best time sailing the sea. But his mom started to notice that he was getting lonely, and no pirate should ever feel lonely. All of his friends would dive deep below the surface or take off into the sky, and Salty would be left alone to himself with no one to play with. But luckily, Salty's mom knew exactly who to bring aboard. Pippa! If Salty is the captain of this ship, then consider Pippa his first mate. Or in other words, his best friend. Salty loved having someone to share the seas with, and as soon as Pippa came aboard, they were inseparable. They sailed all over the world, searching for new land to sniff, new sticks to fetch, and gold doubloons to steal from scallywags on other ships. Arr, arr, arr. Wait, what's that? You guys just want to explore the world? No stealing? At all? But even with a companion, sailing is not as easy as it seems. Salty and Pippa have to always be on the watch for any bad weather so they can keep their ship safe. And because they are constantly traveling day after day, the ship doesn't have time to make many stops, so running out of food could be a problem. But avast, ye lassie! With Salty as captain, no pirate ever goes hungry. Arr, arr, arr. I know, I got carried away again, but come on. Talking like a pirate is too much fun. But Even though sailing life is tough at times, Salty wouldn't change it for the world. And with his best pal Pippa by his side, Captain Salty can't wait to set sail. And you know what they say, there are good ships and there are wood ships, and there are ships that sail the sea. But the best ships are friendships, and may they always be. Yarr! Skylar the dog isn't feeling very well. She was in an accident, and now she can't move her legs or her tail. Her doctors aren't sure if she will ever walk again. But Skylar and her mom, Olivia, aren't giving up hope. They believe Skylar will walk again one day. Because before she got hurt, Skylar was fast. Like really fast. She loved running and playing outside, anywhere and everywhere. And her favorite place of all was the beach. The sand in her toes, the wind in her hair. Nothing was better. And on days when Skylar couldn't play outside, she was not happy.
Skylar, what did you do?
So after the accident, Skylar had surgery to help her get back on her feet. Olivia was determined to help Skylar walk again. But first, this exhausted pup needed to rest. Skylar slept and slept and dreamt and slept. And then, a week after her surgery, something happened. As she was sleeping, her tail began to wag ever so slightly. And for the first time since the accident, her legs began to move. Skylar wanted to run so badly that she was running in her dreams. Soon it was time to get Skylar up and moving for real. And Olivia was so excited to help her. But they couldn't do it on their own. They got a little help from Skylar's new harness. Just baby steps at first. But already, Skylar was starting to feel like her old playful self.
Yes, guys.
Skylar was so happy to be moving again. And Olivia could hardly keep up. There was so much Skylar wanted to do. She was finally ready for wheels. It took her a little while to get the hang of it, but Skylar never gave up. Until finally, she could really zoom. The wheels allowed Skylar to move around on her own while her legs continued to heal. And once Skylar got a taste of the freedom she'd been missing, she couldn't get enough. Because even after everything she'd been through, running outside was still all she wanted to do. After a couple more trips to the doctor, Skylar was able to stand on her own 4 feet. And then she took her first steps with no harness and no wheels. Skylar was a bit unsteady at first, but no matter how many times she fell down,
So close.
Skylar always got back up, and Olivia was always there to cheer her on.
Good job, good job.
And little by little, she got better and better until Skylar was back. It was like the accident had never happened. Skylar couldn't believe it. Now that Skylar could run freely, Olivia knew the best place to take her. Skylar's favorite place in the world, the beach.
Yay!
Olivia was amazed at how far Skylar had come in just a year. Skylar had a few more scars since the last time she was here, but she's still here. All because Olivia and Skylar never gave up. When Daisy first showed up at the pool, Amanda couldn't figure out why she was so interested in her trees. Every day, Daisy would come over and swim.
This is Daisy. She's always hanging out.
But then, she'd disappear into the leaves. What was she doing? It all made sense when Amanda saw the nest. Daisy had laid her eggs right next to the pool. They were perfectly hidden. Now, all she had to do was protect them. But that wouldn't be easy. There were bad storms, hungry mice, and one day, a cat. But Daisy was always watching. She only left once a day to eat and rotated the eggs to help the babies grow. But mostly, she waited. And Amanda watched. And then she heard peeps. Amanda thought the baby ducklings would stay in the trees until they grew up and flew away. But one morning, they came to her. They were curious about their new neighbor.
Hi, guys.
And it didn't take long for them to discover the pool. And then get stuck. So Amanda made a ramp. She figured they'd go for a swim and then head out into the wild. But the next morning, they were back at her door. They wanted to hang out. Amanda was so excited, and she wondered, how do you hang out with ducks? Would they like food?
There we go, guys.
Or her obstacle course? Turns out they mostly just wanted to dive underwater. Amanda was so happy the ducks had made her pool their home and kind of wished they'd stay forever. If that's what Daisy and her ducklings wanted to do. Then, at the end of the summer, Amanda saw something. One of the ducks started flapping their wings. She knew that meant they were getting ready to learn how to fly. She was their biggest cheerleader. You can do it.
Oh, almost. That was so good. Good job.
Amanda loved watching Daisy's family grow and kind of wondered if they'd always be her neighbors. But then, one morning, she woke up and there weren't any ducks at her door. They weren't on the lawn or in the obstacle course. She looked outside at the pool and saw... She got to watch them fly away to a new home in the park. Amanda felt like a part of Daisy's family, and she missed them already. But she hopes that one day she'll open her door and see her favorite duck family back for a swim.
This little puppy was lost. He was all alone in the jungle near a beach. He really needed someone to rescue him. But nobody knew where he was. Until Brian and Victoria saw something in the bushes and became animal rescuers. They talked quietly to the little dog until he trusted them.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, baby.
And let them help him out of the woods. They wrapped him in a soft towel to make him feel warm and safe. They gave him some food. And belly rubs. The pup was happy. But where was his family? The rescuers looked, but couldn't find them. And they waited, but no one came to get him. So they decided to make him part of their family and named him Taino. There was just one problem. The rescuers were on vacation, far away from home. So they brought him to the vet, who said he had no fleas, and took him home on the airplane with them. Taino was excited to get on a plane. Well, maybe not that excited. When he got to his new home, Taino was so happy and let his new family know it. But one day, Brian and Victoria saw that Taino was limping. So they became animal rescuers again. They took him to the vet, where the doctor said that Taino needed an operation to fix his leg. Taino's new family was very worried. But the operation went great. Taino had a cast on his leg, but he was going to be A-okay. He just needed some time to rest. And lots of love. Soon, Taino was healthy enough to zoom and ready to hitch a ride in Mom's shirt. And grab a drink of water on his walk with Dad. And do some chair dancing.
This giant shark loves head scratches. Seriously. This is Emma, the tiger shark. She's 15 feet long. She's got a ton of teeth. She's fast in the water. But Emma isn't scary. At least not to her very best friend, Jim. Because when Emma sees Jim in the water, she swims right up to him, closer and closer and closer, to get her head rubbed, like a puppy.
She's quite simply a gentle giant. She's very playful and loving.
Who's a good girl? By the way, if you ever see a shark in the water, you shouldn't give her a pet, just to be safe. But Jim is a professional diver. His job is to take people on tours of wildlife under the waves. That means lots of fish and very big sharks. Jim's been swimming with Emma for over 20 years. They go way back. When they first met, she was super nervous around humans, like all wild sharks are. But Jim was patient, and over time, she got used to seeing him. She swam closer and closer until finally, Jim gave her her very first pet on the head. It's his way of saying hello. But that's not the only reason he gives her a pat. You see, Emma sometimes gets hooks caught on her from old fishing lines. When Jim gives her a pet, he can check to see if any hooks are stuck and pull them out, which is always a big relief. Phew, that thing was really sticking me. Jim loves spending time with Emma because he can tell she really loves spending time with him too.
It's quite remarkable to see this enormous wild animal actually seeking out affection.
But she doesn't just want pets from anyone. She swims around until she sees just who she's looking for, Jim. Somehow, she can recognize him in the water even if he's wearing a different wetsuit.
I would suspect that it's the same as your dog recognizing you.
Jim thinks that sharks kind of get a bad rap. They don't want to attack humans. They're actually pretty nervous around us, like Emma was with Jim. But once you get to know them, they'll be your best underwater buddy. Jim hopes that by bringing people to meet sharks, they might learn not to be afraid of them. With respect and patience, and a professional like Jim to lead you, maybe you could even meet a shark someday. Moo-hoo! It's cute cow summer, y'all! And you know what that means. Time to hang out with all your barnyard buds, which is just what Winston is looking to do. The only problem is, no one wants to hang out with Winston. No matter how hard he tries, he just can't make a friend. Will you be my friend? Oink, oink, what's up? You guys want to play? Ah! Okay, never mind.
You guys be nice.
Whether it's a donkey or a horse, Winston tries to befriend everyone, but no luck. He wonders, what is it? Is it my moo? Is it my fuzz? Why won't anyone be my friend?
She doesn't like you. She doesn't like you, Winston. She doesn't like you either.
We're sorry, Winston. Being the only cow on the farm hasn't been the easiest for Winston. He came here when he was only 2 months old.
Oh, baby.
And despite that innocent, fuzzy face, Winston was kind of rambunctious, which made it hard for the other animals to play with him. And even harder for Winston to make a friend. But this summer is going to be different. Winston is determined to find a bestie and have the greatest summer ever. Don't worry, Winston. We are going to find you a best friend. Okay, Winston, it's a new day. How can we make a friend? You get a kiss, and you get a kiss. Everyone gets a kiss. I don't think these kisses are working, Winston. But what Winston doesn't know is that a new horse has arrived on the farm. Ronnie.
Pretty girl.
Now, Ronnie is also having trouble finding a friend. The mini horses aren't giving her the warmest welcome. But maybe Winston is the pal she needs. A cow and a horse can be best friends, right? Winston hasn't had the best luck with that in the past, but it's worth a shot. Okay, Winston, let's see what's happening near the horse stables. Winston, who is that? It's someone new. Winston just noticed Ronnie, and it seems like he's already making best friend plans. Winston, you have to meet her. Ronnie could be the friend you've been waiting for. All right, Winston, let's go give Ronnie a visit and see if she'll be your bestie. Oh my gosh, there she is. Okay, Winston, let's walk up to her, and don't be upset if she doesn't want... Oh? She likes your slobbery kisses? Oh my goodness, bestie alert. Winston, you finally have a friend. I love this for you. Winston and Ronnie forever! Oh, Winston, we're so happy you have Ronnie. Now it won't just be cute cow summer. It'll be cute cow, happy horse, best friends forever summer.
It's your girlfriend. Hi. Big kissies. Big kissies.
Everyone needs a friend. And sometimes making friends can be really hard. But with a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, the perfect friend will always be waiting just outside the gate. Winston can finally have a fun-filled summer with his best bud, Ronnie. And I think that deserves a proper cowabunga. Or should I say, cowahorsa? No? No one? All right. It was a very special night on the beach. Anna had just spotted a mama sea turtle who'd come ashore to lay her eggs. The mama made a hole for the eggs to stay in until the babies inside grew big enough to hatch. Anna felt lucky just to see something so special. But she wasn't alone. There were other people on the shore who wanted to take the eggs away and sell them. Anna knew the best place for the eggs was on the beach. So someday the baby turtles could wiggle their bodies right toward the water and join their mama in the ocean. If the people took the eggs, the babies might never hatch. As soon as the mama turtle said goodbye to her eggs, the people tried to dig them up. But Anna got there first. The mama turtle had no idea her eggs were in any danger, so it was up to Anna to protect them. She decided to take them home, away from anyone who might try to dig them up. Anna didn't have a beach in her backyard, but she did have a bucket she could fill with sand. It wasn't as perfect a home for eggs as the sand by the ocean, but here, Anna could stand guard. Every day she watched the eggs and waited. She wanted to be ready to take the turtles back as soon as the eggs started to crack. Sometimes, she wasn't sure if they ever would.
It takes around 2 months for them to hatch, but these were taking a little bit longer, so we're like, we're not sure if they're gonna make it.
All she could do was hope. But 2 months later, Anna heard a scratching sound outside. And when she went to check on the bucket, one by one, they crawled out of the sand. So many tiny baby turtles, all excited to head back to the ocean. But, where was the ocean? Anna had to move fast. Baby sea turtles need to get to the ocean quickly after hatching. She went back to the beach and let the babies out of the bucket. Anna was a little nervous. Did she make it in time? Would the babies know what to do? They were only just born. She watched and waited until the turtles started to crawl. Anna was so happy. But she couldn't leave yet. She wanted to stand guard until every turtle made it to the sea. And right as the last turtle left the beach, she saw something. A big sea turtle was swimming in the waves. There was no way to know for sure, but Anna likes to think that the mama turtle came back just to watch her babies crawl home and to thank Anna for keeping her little ones safe. Mia the cat knows the best way to get around.
Why would you ride on your basket if you can ride on your human's shoulder?
Flying through the air, bounced on a shoulder. She's not afraid. The wind in her fur, the sun at her back. There's no telling where the day will take her. That's right, Mia isn't afraid of anything, not even water. Mia's her dad's trusty co-captain. But he hadn't been this adventurous before she came along. When he first brought her home, he had no idea how much his life was about to change. Right from the start, Mia was nonstop. Mia's dad liked to stay pretty close to home. They had everything they needed right here.
If you're happy and you know it, say meow.
But Mia seemed to be telling him something. She wanted them to see the world. At first, they took small trips together. Mia loved being outside because she could be wild. But soon, Mia wanted more. Dad, we're missing out on everything. So out they went, further than they'd ever been. She could hardly contain herself. This was way more fun than a couch. She was like, see, I told you outside is where it's at. Every time they got too settled at home, Mia would let her dad know. And then it was off to the races. They started traveling further and further. Soon, Mia and her dad were full-on adventurers. They saw things most cats and most people would never see. Just the two of them and the open sky, or sea. And one day, the most amazing thing happened. They met another family with a sailing cat. What are the odds? Mia was like, do you get seasick? Nah, me neither. Spending the day with her boat full of adventurers was pure bliss. but she knew the best place in the world to be exploring. Her dad's shoulders. Without Mia, her dad may never have wandered this far from home. But together,
Mia,
he and his travel buddy have seen so much of the world. And that's the best part of having someone you love by your side. The adventure never stops.
Cowabunga! Shred it, bro! Hey dudes and dudettes, my name is Breakfast. Mr. Breakfast, that is. You know, the most important meal of the day? Well, I'm the most important pup of the day. Just kidding. Not to brag, but I am a pretty cool pooch. I mean, did you just see me ride that gnarly wave? But there's more to me than just being a surfing dog.
You want to tell her your story?
Now, it's not just me who's cool. I've got a pretty cool mom, too. This is Liz. She's the greatest person I've ever met because she's given me the life I've always dreamt of. A life I never thought I could have had. Because before I met Liz, my life was totally not cool. From the time I was little, I lived in a lot of different foster homes. And every time I thought I'd found my forever family, they'd take me back to the shelter. Rude and sad. I started to think I'd never have a home. But as soon as Liz saw me and I saw Liz, I knew she was the one. Unlike the others, Liz took the time to get to know me, and she figured out something the others didn't. Mr. Breakfast is deaf. That's right, I can't hear, which makes it harder for me to communicate. But I can wag my tail and run around just like the rest of them. Everyone else had given up on me, but not Liz. She was so patient and kind. She even learned sign language so she could talk to me. I was so grateful to her, but I still was a little nervous with Liz. I knew she was the one, but deep down, I kept thinking she'd take me back to the shelter like the others. Liz could see that I was worried. That's when she had the craziest idea. Surfing! At first, I was like, what? But then I was like, woohoo! This is totally rad! Whoa! Surfing became our favorite activity, and Liz and I were tearing up these waves. At first, I kept looking back at Liz and the waves. I had to know with my very own eyes that we were in the clear. But after a few more tries and no wipeouts, I really trusted Liz. I had nothing to worry about anymore. Woo! Surfed up! Surfing really helped Liz and I become best buds. And now we really understand each other. I'm just so happy. And Liz is too. Which makes me even happier.
Okay.
You know, my life hasn't been the easiest, but with an awesome mom and a gnarly wave, this cool pup has got a lot to smile about.
Blub, blub, blub. That's fish talk for hello. It is so good to see you and meet you. My name is Sunny, and I live here. A little place I like to call the ocean. Everyone else calls it that too. I didn't make that up, promise. I've lived here my whole life because I'm a fish, and fish cannot live anywhere else. Oh, except lakes and rivers. Oh, and fish tanks and aquariums. And anyway, I have something very special to tell you. I have a best friend. My human! We met at this very reef when she was down here diving one day. I spotted her by her stream of bubbles and the fact that she did not look like anything else in the whole ocean. I swam right up to say hello. Or actually, I said blah 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 blah. That's fish talk for hi. What's this? What's that? Why are you wearing this stuff? She told me it was so she could breathe and see in the ocean. which was very confusing to me since I can do both of those things without a fun outfit. But I didn't worry about that. Who cares if we were different? She was my friend from that moment on. It was my job to make sure she had the best time ever down here. So I decided to show her my whole entire reef. Look at all that stuff. Look at this eel. And look at this turtle. And these fish that aren't me. And this eel again. To be honest, there's not a ton of stuff to see at the reef, but she had a great time anyway. From then on, whenever she came to visit, I'd swim right up. Blub, 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 I'd say. And she'd reply, she's really getting the hang of it. It was so nice just being together, going on more reef tours. Did I show you the eel? I did, right? Or doing nothing at all. Because when you're friends with someone, any time together is the best time of all. But, I still wanted her to know just how good of friends we are. So I decided to get her a little gift. It's around here somewhere. Oh no, did I lose it? Where is it? Ah! Oh, you found it. Do you like it? It's a shell. Like from the ocean, where we are! She loves it! So, that's me. And that's my new best friend. You can find a best friend almost anywhere. And they don't have to be human. They could be a turtle, or an eel, or even a fish. Not them, though. Be friends with me. If you ever see me in the ocean, just say blub, blub, blub. That means, hello, I would like to be your new human friend. Make sure you're wearing a fancy bubble outfit, though. I've heard that's very important for humans. She said it was called a scubba? A scub? A scabubba. Bubba scubba. Something funny like that. Scuba-doob, scuba parrot bubba.
Dodo Kids. Help the kittens find the subscribe button.